Hello, welcome to another video from Avenue X, and today let's talk about a recently just started airing Chinese contemporary romantic drama, 耀眼, Dazzling. This is a 36 episodes drama that has started airing not so long ago on Mango Television. This is another romantic drama based on an existing web novel written by the author Shi Jiuyuan. This is the same author who wrote the original novel, which the drama Speed and Love on iQIYI is based on. As for this specific production, they shot it in Qingdao, which is actually a rather lovely city. I've been there once and highly recommend you travel there. It's in the Shandong part and it's on the ocean. And they shot it from June to August last year. It is led by Li Yunrui and Guan Xiaotong. And as I'm shooting this video, I have watched 13 episodes of this drama. So far, I'm actually surprisingly happy about it. Such a normal drama with normal characters, reasonable plot, understandable logic of everything that happens, that it's a surprise that romantic drama can still do things that are just normal in 2026. So in this video, as usual, I'll briefly introduce you to what the plot is and then go into the part where I think about it, and mostly it's positive. So, what is this story about? Our main lead character, played by Guan Xiaotong, she is a spoiled rich girl. She's got a very successful businessman father, although we haven't seen him showing up yet, and she's from Beijing, which is actually where the actress is from, so it's like Beijing local playing a Beijing local. And at the beginning of the story, we already see that her family got into trouble. The father is incarcerated because of alleged whatever illegal conduct of his business, and so their house is sealed off, bank account all frozen, and a chauffeur and a very good friend of her father's is driving her away from the Beijing area because apparently they have a lot of people who will be chasing debt on them. And to protect her, this uncle is sending her to her maternal relatives who are living on the coast side of a very small town called Zhazhating, which is made up, but it's shot in Qingdao. And supposedly she's got a younger sister of her mother's who's actually not blood related to her mother. It's like adopted into her mother's family, but they were very tight relationship sisters. And she does have a plan to go overseas studying because she just finished her high school and it's like in the summer break. If she could very smoothly get all her application in place, she could still travel abroad. And that was her plan, to stay there for a month, get application sorted, and then leave. And that's the beginning of our story. And when she gets to the town, she will meet her aunt, played by Gao Lu, very good actress, her son, played by Li Yunrui, legally her cousin, but actually not having any real blood relationship, and it's a romantic drama, so they're gonna end up together. You cannot have that. And it's 36 episodes, so it will actually go through quite a lot of stages of what happened during that summer and afterwards and years afterwards, and eventually these two people are gonna get together, but it's not gonna be like super smooth ride. Now let's get to the part where I talk about what I like and what I don't like about the drama. Honestly, there is hardly anything I don't like about it. From a very cold and rational perspective, if I look at this drama so far, what might be the things that will not get people in, or once they're in, they will not stay, would be this is not the typical very strong plot driven, every episode ends up on some kind of cliffhanger. It's very much like daily life of living in the town on the coast from the perspective of a person who's not from there. That type of story. So there are only that many things that can happen realistically in a small fishing town. It's not going to be life and death every episode. Therefore, it doesn't have that very strong dramatic kick and engine. And if you're looking for more sort of like excitement of storytelling, this is not the type of drama that will provide you that. The second thing I would say that may make people go, oh, I can watch it, but I can also put it down, it really doesn't make a difference, would be there is no extremely outstanding, shining, and other dramas doesn't have element of this drama. And also when it comes down to the specific performances of the lead, they actually do a better job than I expected based on their previous works. But still though, they don't provide you any like super memorable moments. If the main lead actors are students and this drama scored 85 essay, if the full mark is 100. So it's good enough and it's not going to create any problems, but it will not outshine anything and it will not stand out, it will not impress you. Those are very neutral things. I think they would just not engage you as much as other very strongly plotted and dramatically very high tension drama. Now, why I think it's actually really enjoyable, and I'm curious to see what happens next, because it does seem to have like a lot happening. I personally haven't read the book, first I have to say that, so I don't know what is the difference between adaptation and the original work. Everything I'm saying is based on only the drama version. Number one, I kind of have already mentioned it, which is it is so abnormally normal. Because these days, Dramaland has so many things that are literally just worked for a tag, for a trendy word, for trending hashtag on social media. They are making plot and dramas and characters that it's a low chance of you meeting them every day, so that it has very high conflict, dramatic, whatever tension to grab the eyeballs. This, on the contrary, is such a normal drama where everything happens like 90% of the time in your real life, where the people you meet are not too good, not too bad, not too exciting, not too down, and everything that happens is not too dramatic, but not without hiccups. But at the end of the day, it is still normal human range, emotion, events, plot, misunderstanding, conflict, chance meeting, all that. The way it's shot is also very normal. There's hardly any stupid slow motion, turning circles. The first time we meet, we accidentally trip on each other and kiss. None of that exists in this drama. The drama also shoots everything in this kind of really comfortable zone of, yes, people look good because they're leading actors and they're pretty people in real life, but then they don't get styled into absolutely unbelievable kind of look or hairstyle that's kind of maintained 24/7. And even when the male lead shows up, he has this white hair, which is very unusual for average Chinese person. It actually has great reason why he had that hair, because the mother is a hairdresser and she just got new product in and she was testing it on him and a couple of his friends. So everybody got colored hair for that summer holiday break, and then once it goes back to school time, everybody dyed their hair back. So, you know, like it makes perfect sense. I just feel it's been a while since I've watched a romantic drama, whether it's contemporary or period, that is clearly led by having relatively high traffic young actors and definitely targeted towards some part of their fandoms, based on popular web novel, that type of production, where things are not stupidly designed and intentionally kind of like jacked up. Everybody is reasonable and logical, and every interaction that happens between people when they first meet or after they've gotten to know each other a little bit or more, right? They will have different ways of talking to each other, reacting to each other, suspecting and believing in each other. That level is extremely incrementally developed in the story. It's extremely slow. Like people just don't get along well right from the beginning, and it takes a very long time, a lot of effort, a lot of getting to know each other through living together to gradually, very slowly, nicely progress that line. Even by this point, episode 13, it is still not at the place where the male lead and female lead are like, you're the only choice of my life, you're the most prioritized thing, and I don't have other things to worry about. There are other important realistic things they have to consider, provide for them family, thinking about their future, their studying, getting to university, getting a future, like all those things actually take a priority than say, I like you and therefore I would stick with you no matter what. And I highly appreciate that, because that is just making sense for most people. That would be the logical choices and what they decide to do. And I highly appreciate that even for romantic drama like this one, they don't put romance as the absolute priority of everything and everybody becomes stupid when it comes to that. I have to say it's actually not common, unfortunately, in today's Chinese drama to have characters and plot like that. So if not anything, this is the most appreciated part of this drama, which is it is such a normal and respecting normal human living experience and common sense and intelligence level romantic contemporary drama. Second point I like, I really appreciate the overall quite natural performance coming from, let's say, the two leads. The supporting actors, obviously, they have less screen time and often they're more experienced, like the mother-father generation. So we really don't have to spend too much time talking about them. They're just good. Whereas for Li Yunrui and Guan Xiaotong, they're surprisingly believable as the characters they're playing. Guan Xiaotong, as she is from Beijing, and she's a very sort of like high class, let's say, because she's from a very famous entertainment Chinese performance, that kind of family, and she's one of the Beijing circle person. So she's always, you can say, spoiled in terms of having resources in film and television. Basically, she's never going to run out of roles, and she doesn't have to worry about any cutthroat competition because of where she comes from. So she has that natural ease. Really actually are not eager to prove that they are on top of the society because they always have been there. She actually vibes like that naturally, and she does look like a very well-kept girl since she was a little girl. And also, she actually looks great on camera when she's in contemporary drama because she's model, kind of like proportion of her body, and she looks great in a full shot. Like, what can I say? She looks great standing next to Li Yunrui, and she basically can convince you of her character setup, even when she doesn't try. She really does look like that type of rich girl from Beijing. If you've watched her previous performances, you know sometimes she can flip really badly in other stuff she's done before. That was like totally overacted and not making sense. Although she has also done stuff where she acted pretty okay, like not bad at all. And this drama is one of her better acted drama where she plays a really convincing real person. Even like the way she looks, she can actually pass for slightly older than high schooler, still in high schooler due to her baby face. As for Li Yunrui, I haven't really watched much of his contemporary stuff. I think most of the stuff I've watched of his are like period dramas. And I find he's one of those actors who would not be too bad in anything, but it's very hard for him to impress people with his acting, even in dramas where he succeeded, like Blossom. Back in 2024, when I watched it, I really enjoyed it. I think the character adds on the actor, not the actor adds on the character in that drama for him. Plus, the drama has a really good director who knows what he's doing. When it doesn't have a director who is super good at doing that, and when the script is not really that well written, such as the time travel period drama that he led with Wang Yinglu that I didn't even stick through, he becomes just a pretty person to look at. I think in this drama, where his performance or what he's done for this character to me is better than that level of just looking pretty. It is just so far, I think neither the plot nor his own performance has added extra a lot onto it to make it impressive. But it's still very enjoyable, and he is very nice to look at on screen. The last thing I would say I highly appreciate is this drama gives you a lot of very sweet little moments, nothing epic. And often it happens between our main lead characters and supporting roles, or even between supporting roles, like the aunt character, like the grandma character, like the couple of people that you get to see in this town that are close friends to the aunt character. They play mahjong together, they cook together, they celebrate wedding together, they make hairstyle and photo shoot together. And all those little moments that are not really the main plot, not really the male lead and female lead relationship story, add on a lot of like flavor. And it's like the extra cooking ingredients you add to the food that makes it sparks slightly different from other things and makes it having more layers and make you believe in the world where the story is setting a little bit more. And almost everything is done from this very kind and gentle perspective from the writers, from the storytellers. They really do treat every character, even when they're very peripheral, with a lot of kindness. They don't use them as, you know, like in bad dramas, just tools to create unnecessary conflict, to intentionally make it hard for lead characters so they can triumph over that and make every fan of the lead character happy. For example, this girl, right from the beginning when she shows up, you know she's set up as the competition to our female lead in terms of the relationship between her and the male lead. Yet immediately after a few episodes, you realize like she's not set up in archetypical way. She's an individual person and she has her own self-respect and she has reasons why she wants to work with the guy, and she's not stupid and selfish. She immediately observes what's going on between the leads, and she's actually like, you two clearly, you know, have a thing, and you clearly don't have a thing with me, so, you know, all fair, that's fine, you know, like I have other things I can do in life and it doesn't have to be you. And it's just so nice to see normal people, you know, like in a romantic drama that doesn't hinges upon forced fake conflict to push the plot. Still tells a pretty good story where you care about the characters, you really do want to find out what happens between them. I have to say I really didn't expect it at all. I thought it would be a drama that I check for 2 episodes, 3 episodes. It's just like stupid, it's so floating in the air, it's not relatable, and I'm gonna just like move on to other things. And guess what? I'm really happy I found it. I think in this day and age of Chinese drama, if you can create something like this where at the end of the day when you watch it, you say, oh, it actually makes me feel good and I have nothing to complain. Overall, I appreciate its existence in my life. It's already a great achievement. That should be the end of this video. Thank you for watching Avenue X. Hope that's useful for you to decide whether you should invest your time into Dazzling, 耀眼 on Mango Television. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.